Hey there! How to time manage prioritizing self-care. Let's talk. I don't even know if it's the right grammar, but I put major keywords that I hear from you guys, and I really would like to talk about it today. So I am going to put a link to a webpage where you will find our self-care one-on-one conversation. This is just the start of the conversation, and what I'd like us to look at for this training is really the major, hi Marilyn, hi Olga, really the major points that I collected from all of you. It was so hard to put them all together, but at the same time, really, really simple. And honestly, and I'm looking at my notes, number one, the top is prioritizing, was the consistency. It was, how do I time manage my self-care? I'm cold, so that's what I'm wearing today. And let's have a little bit of conversation about that. And you know, that's interesting. When I think about the subject and reading all of your notes, how to manage prioritizing self-care in the 24-hour day that we already have. And you all realize it's about the time management. So go ahead, and if you're interested, check out coachingbynadia.com/events. I think it's the top event that you will see. This is a part of our members training that we do monthly, and this topic is self-care one-on-one. I'm cold, that's why I'm like closed. But recording will be available for members as well, and if you come live, it is free. Otherwise, the membership is about like $35 a month. Anyway, so how to manage in prioritizing self-care. It does sound like it's a wrong grammar, but hey, I'm gonna go with that. And I'm going to read a couple of quotes. I hope you're all okay, that I saw from you, that I think are really universal issues that we are really, most of us struggling. So we say, we take care of others, spouses, job, before we take care of ourselves. We say, time is the sticking point. We don't have time to prepare real food, so we grab fast food. We don't have time to work out. We don't take time to read, to reflect, to nourish our bodies and our minds. Who can connect with that? And I think when she says we don't take time, it's similar, like sometimes we feel guilty when we take time. We feel sorry for not helping someone else who needs our help. And we feel like maybe it's somewhat a burden. I have to say no. It's like putting those boundaries. It's not comfortable. And then being good people, especially if you're mothers and wives, we decide we're just going to help whoever needs our help. And whatever is left over for me is left over for me. And we all have 24 hours a day, so there's not much left over. The only feels left over is like, where's the bed? You know? And then we feel guilty. We actually feel guilty for not helping myself, for not taking care of myself. And you know, you probably heard an expression of filling your own cup first, or putting the oxygen mask on you first. How do you do that? And that is interesting. Like, I took a really hard look at what would be, I mean, we all know time management is necessary. We all know we need to exercise. We all know we need to eat better. Home cooking is a better option than outside meals. And we know the routine. It's like nothing new to learn. How do I do that consistently and not feeling guilty? How do I do it? Like, I go to work and I go to work, it's not negotiable. Well, what if it's the way how we look at it? This is just my way I really looked. How do I do it? And I think the turning point for me was to make it just like work non-negotiable. So honestly, it's a mental work. It's like mentally working on your mind, your mindset, your attitude, to say it is just like my work, and certain things are non-negotiable. Just like at work, certain things can be negotiable. Hey, you're sick, you need to call in, you don't go. But generally, it's non-negotiable. So how do I do that? And here's what actually made a really big difference for me years ago is when I heard this, it was an exercise, like your old you exercise. Hi, Deante. Hi, Gabrielle. And it was an exercise of imagining yourself 90 years old, whatever age you want to take, at the end of your life. Imagine the picture of you 90 years old. Who do you see there? If I do the things I do right now, what am I, or who am I going to see on that picture? Do I want to experience that person? And if I don't, or what do I need to be doing right now in order to be a different person on that picture? That mental exercise really made that big shift for me. And it's still like, I remember almost every time I try to talk myself out of doing certain things, I remember that exercise. Not like really I remember what I saw in that picture, but I honestly want to see an energized person. Sometimes we know what we don't want to see. In fact, yesterday I talked with someone, she says, I just don't want to end up like my parents, sedentary and sick. That helps too. What we see, what we don't see, it's still bringing that visual imagery. So if this is the tool that helps you, that's great. And it really leads us to why do I need to be doing these things? Before any time management, before figuring out what, when, how, why. In fact, we're reading the book starts with why. Such a crucial, important question. If I don't know why, if it's that why that doesn't get me off the bed and it doesn't motivate, if I show you what I see in front of me, it's the mat. I did the workout. Do you want to see it? Okay, you're going to see a little bit of my house too. There's a mat that we did the workout. So this is the how, but the why for me, that I want to at some point retire and still have enough energy to travel and enjoy my life. I want to have energy to stand on the stage and have my talks. I want to feel vibrant, and I can build that why, and why may change as well, but it's really that big why that makes you do the things, and it's not someone. Accountability and all that stuff comes later. So for us, I want to really take a hard look at why do I need that self-care? What do I want to see on the picture of myself when I'm 90 years old? And only after that, really be truthfully honest with yourself, like really truthfully honest. Maybe from the point where you feel like the tears in your heart and you know this is the truth. Okay, so that's that. And I think you see my picture, coachingbynadia.com/event. So we're going to be talking about self-care 101. This is probably the main topic of self-care, and then we're going to jump into all the tools. I think we're going to learn maybe 5 basic tools, and I was thinking about, I got more to say today, but I don't want to talk about emergency, urgency, and accountability. It feels like you can hear it on YouTube somewhere. So, and next Friday, we are going to talk about prioritizing. We will actually do some practical implementations. I think I like this one. The second point will be how to resist destructive habits. Oh, good one, right? Number 3, how to feel less negativity. We all need that. Number 4, how to feel energized throughout the day. And number 5, how to feel happy. Number 1 will be prioritizing self-care. So I hope next Friday we're going to cover really, really effective tools for us to use in the self-care routine. And today's topic was how to time manage in prioritizing self-care. I know, maybe bad grammar. So let's start with why, and really be very truthfully honest why do I need self-care for my body, mind, and soul. Before you go, please let me know in the comments how it resonated with you, and please join our training. It's live for everyone. Well, it's free for live participants, and if you want recording, it will be available on our on-demand club subscription for club members. Okay, coachingbynadia.com/events. I hope to see you there, and leave me some comments. What spoke to you today? If you have some tips and questions, leave them in the comments as well. Bye bye for now.